at the end of the day, we are just basketball players, so we are just good at what we are doing.
Works are fine, but any external work without attaining something mentally is rubbish.
Mental battle. I actually used to play football professionally. I used to play for Spurs development team, and I remember it wasn't about fun. It was about trying to please the coaches, I did not have a good time playing there.
Slow progress is still major progress, so just stick to what you're doing and do what you know how to do best.
Basic grind, but don't know the skills.
So me, an athlete is someone who actively participates in a sport he loves and does it with 100% commitment and focus. I'm an athlete, so I always try to get better at basketball every day.
An athlete is an individual that participates in a sport. I'm going to say competitively because I think that's what makes you an athlete.
Basically, as Christian athletes, I feel like we tend to get carried away with the flow of the game, competitiveness of the game, and as Christians, we're supposed to remain steadfast in Christ, have faith in Him, and know our hard work is going to pay off. For example, John 13:7 says, we should just remain patient and trust that He knows what's best for us. As a Christian athlete, I say my prayers for my games, and I just make sure I have faith, and I know God's not sleeping on me. So that's just.
Being, once again, let me quote what some people say, a Christian athlete does not mean you have an upper hand. It means coming from understanding who you are with what you have done, you know you will be great. I'm trying to explain this. Transcendence means going above the ordinary level, ordinary limits. You only get there by attaining something deeper inside you. Works are fine, but any external work without attaining something mentally is rubbish.
I think yes. Again, I think one of the ways I do this as well is my reaction on the court. Obviously, it's basketball I play, and you tend to get angry if things don't go your way. And the thing is, there's no problem in getting angry. It's how you react that matters. So I think it's when things don't go my way, I feel like it's how I react that really portrays, okay, I have the Holy Spirit in me, or I'm a child of God. That's just one of the ways I feel like people should, make a conscious effort and in order to portray that you're a child of God. And I feel like obviously no cheating, that's a no-brainer. And yeah, just good gameplay, and you can even go the extra mile and support, plant the seeds and that. And yeah.
Some of the challenges we face as athletes, depression, lack of support from our families and friends. I think that's the major challenge. We don't really see what we are aiming at, and most of the time we tend to cut us off and say, probably we're just wasting our time or something, but just trust in God and do your thing. Then I feel last is coming back from an injury. It might not be the same player when you come back from injury, and most people don't really have therapy, and they tend to just fall off real bad. I think those are the challenges we face.
I think obviously the mental battle. I actually used to play football professionally. I used to play for Spurs development team, and I remember it wasn't about fun. It was about trying to please the coaches, I did not have a good time playing there. Not because of them, but the mindset I had. So I feel like that's the issue. I say that as the challenge that most athletes face, just that mental battle that you're not good enough, or it's a do or die thing. If you don't make it, you disappointed your family, or just important people in your life. So that's a huge, I know it's the whole thing, mental health, honestly. But yeah, God help us. Yeah. It's because I feel like for a period of your life, that's the most prominent thing you're doing. It's this, you wake up and it's basketball, or it's football, or running, whatever it is, and then it's like your relationship, yeah? When you're used to having someone in your life, the minute when you break up, there's a reason why it hurts physically as well. It's like a part of you has been taken out, and you're used to that. you have withdrawal symptoms. That's how I feel it is. Your identity, you've placed your identity in that sport. That's why it's important to place your identity in God, but that's a whole other topic. But yeah, your sport, if you're doing well, you are happy. If you're doing well in your sport, that's when you're happy. If you're doing bad, I feel like, obviously I know it's something I need to work on as well, but we as athletes, we need to fix that. How we're doing in our sport shouldn't determine a general mood, like, come on. But yeah, I hear it. It's something. Identity loss.
Wherever your treasure is where your heart lies. Being able to understand what you are going for will help you to know where your heart is. Oftentimes we think, oh yes, it's for God, but there is something else. What are you striving for? Not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, and in purity. I do not want to do what I am doing now, but to understand why I have to do it. It is not easy. I just want to hope. But sometimes I need to talk because some things pain me. Jokic once said before that people just see him as a basketball player, that he wants to be known for more than that. I've had people who cry because once basketball is over, they struggle with understanding, struggle with life because they don't know what is next. Whatever you are doing, find a deeper connection with something. Do not place, this is what it means to be treasure holders. When I said, wherever your treasure is, where your heart is.
The reason why most athletes lose their identity is because they don't have a life outside the sports they play. Most of when they are off the court or when they are retired, they find it hard to redefine themselves. I think my advice to young athletes would be to do more social engaging things and like get skills outside basketball, outside whatever sport they do to maintain a balanced life.
Oh, I'd say actually, okay, if you want to be an athlete for God, put in the work, of course. Pray about it. I feel like having God is a cheat code as well. If this is what you were called to do, put in the work. And then also I said stay true to, I feel the word is integrity, I think. If you know you want to do this for God, you know you want to do it for God, don't flirt with the world. Just keep up this pillar of, this is who I am. Zoe Lasaki, blah, blah, blah. You can be, this guy I love, Amoni, I think that's the name, and he plays for Nottingham Forest in England. One time I went to Apostle Salman's sermon. He was there, bro. When he scores, I'm not saying you have to do that when you score, but you can see that he's just constant on this path that he's going through. And I feel like he's a very good example of, reaching a specific demographic, because obviously not everyone goes to church. Some people, the people that watch football as well, they need Jesus. Honestly, yeah. What makes me an athlete, I feel like one thing I would do is, obviously I said I look up to him, Awuni, that's his name, Awuni. One thing I do though, on my teammates, I try and ways to plant seeds of God in them. I remember I was talking to this girl, most of them it's like they've had a terrible, like, let me say terrible, but not so good upbringing on the whole God thing in general. They've had bad experience with Christians, and so it's like getting rid of that perspective. And then obviously they're not going to read the Bible, it's you they're looking at, you feel me? So be the Bible. So how I act, that's how I try to, I talk to them as well, but I try and keep up this, it's not a fake because it's me, right? I try and just show God in my actions, like let my actions show that you can differentiate that, okay, yeah, she's different, maybe it pays to serve God, that kind of thing.
Let me read something. See, athletes have tremendous power to shape the world and touch the human hearts. This importance of these arts, it embodies the ideas and the desires of the coming generation. This means that what is happening in the industry today is prophetic of what you may experience in life tomorrow. It also means that when Christians abandon the athletic sport entertainment community, we lose a significant opportunity to communicate Christ to the world. Someone once said, his name is Gabe. I think he is in VGU or VCU, Western something University. His name is Gabe. I can't buy Sonny. I respect him so much. He said something in a podcast. He said, I want to misquote him, but like it was around this way. He said, if all the Christians are in church, what about the world? The Christian shoemaker does his duty not by putting little crosses on shoes, but by making good shoes, because God is interested in good craftsmanship done in the service of the word in reference to the Lord.
I am not just an athlete, bro. I'm Zoe Lasaki. Can I say? I game, I serve God, I pray, I make content on TikTok, Instagram, I run a business. I'm out and about, bro. I stream. Nah, I'm more than an athlete. I like the sports. I like other things as well. Yeah.
We aren't just athletes. To me, I think athletes are the most dedicated and most courageous people out there, because they go about their dreams and crafts every day. Although they might be like smart talks about us, but I feel people shouldn't just tag us as just athletes. There's more to being an athlete than the eye says. So, yeah, we aren't just athletes.
We are successful because we do not work for affirmation. We work from a place of affirmation.
Honestly, I feel like you have to define, before you start, define what success is to you. And I think the first thing I understood was that what I wanted in life, not just the fame or whatever. Like, I got to a point when I just realized that if I can afford what makes me happy with the people I love, I'm happy. So therefore I'm successful. So I feel like when I realized that, it became less of a mental battle that, oh, I'm not good enough, that I'm going to try my best and leave the rest for God. But I know what makes me happy, and I know that, and you understand, I know what I call success. So honestly, yeah, I feel like that's self-explanatory. It's not like I'm killing myself to do this. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm contented with little, but I know what I want. I know what success is to me, and I know it's different from what a lot of people call success. But yeah, that's my answer.
So success to me, personally, is just getting better every day. No matter how big or how small the progress is, it's still a win for you. Slow progress is still major progress. So just stick to what you're doing and do what you know how to do best.
Oh yeah, that's it. I was trying to rush, I'm sorry, but yeah, I thought there was more. Peace out.
I pray that more arts made by Christians will be brought to the world, to a larger audience. Excellent arts made by human beings, made by Christians, will be brought to a larger audience, will be brought to the world. Embrace the grind, but don't on His grace.